Hello, and welcome to another RANGROO cast with me, RANGROO, and today we are doing another 1v1, and the map today is Nuclear Winter is coming, something that we don't see all too much, especially Nuclear Winters and this map. So anyway, let's introduce our two players, and once again, we're going to be having a Day, DuroSVK, and NorthTA. We're going to have a Day, yeah, that's North on the right, and Day on the left, and yeah, both playing red for once again, because our last match was quite good, and I want to see more from him, because they had 2 replays up, so might as well check them both out. So let's speed things up, and hopefully things will get underway, and so they shall. This map's quite interesting, especially for 1v1, as you notice there's a big bloody river going through the middle of it, so it sort of splits the map into 2 sides. We have a sort of island area here where people fight over Foxtrot and Hotel. Usually it's very defensive, and then you got the meat of the map down here in Delta, Alpha, Charlie, Golf and Bravo, and it's quite varied with its terrain from forests to towns to open fields, the whole kit and cadoodle. We got an OSA setting up in the forest, and some Spetsnaz GROO gonna be booking it into the town. They do manage to get in there, getting some sight and killing the transports. And we got missed today, unloading into this town down here in Delta. But North once again using his GROO to great effect to get them into the town, and then he start sniping them. He also had PTR 90 supporting, and he did actually follow up with 2 T80s. In part of his starting build, and last time they didn't bring any tanks till the very late game. And there we got ourselves a little bit of an infantry fight, as yeah, NorthTA just using GROO pretty much to try and clear out this town. They're doing a phenomenal job, as they are highly eliteed. They're like veteran to elite, and they're pretty bloody good units. They are humping, causing quite a bit of difficulty. Just firing shot after shot with its flamethrower. And the latter goes down, and Delta is now under Mr. NorthTA control. I just said Mrs. I do. Bit odd. Do apologise. But at any rate, Day is actually going to book it through Charlie, taking the main road, and I think it's going to go straight to Golf. That's what it seems like. Oh, he's going to get intercepted by T80, which is going to pop out from the forest, get some shots into the transport, and the VDV knocking out the other. Now, what's he doing with Yokon Days? Might want to get him into the town ASAP. If he gets close enough, he could shoot the T80 with an RPG. That PTR is getting Tungus good. And NorthTA is not going to settle for the town. He is going to continue moving up through the forest with his GROO and try to take as much land as possible. Now up top here it's pretty quiet. Got a KA-52, which is quite an expensive unit to bring up to kind of, you know, guard a kind of a dead flank pretty much. Nothing's too much, probably not going to happen here. I mean, the GROO are going to spot anything that come out through the open, and really the only way to take him out is to go through this narrow pass where he can get shot at by an RPG. And being shot at by RPGs isn't exactly fun for transport vehicles. Where's that KA-52 gone? I got on refuel. Did he refuel it? Yeah, still like low on petrol. Just brought it back and moving it back up. They've got some Lee Ren up here from Duro. Don't know if they've been spotted or not, but there might be soon as the KA-52 does fly over. Yeah, he sees him. But is he going to do something about it? Yeah, he's moving it. And these guys aren't going to be getting anywhere too fast. 30mm cannon does not mess around. The last they do go down now. Over in Alpha, the GROO. The bloody GROO moving up into the town. There's not many of them left. Again, supported by the BTR 90, but that's really about it. And the Hero Bing just flaming them up to little pieces. On SU-24M, the carpet bomber of the Red 4 faction, it has 30, a whopping 30 bombs underneath its rings. Great for clearing out pretty much an entire sector with a lot of explosions. Now this forest position for NorthTA is quite an advantageous position, because first off, this entire open area here, you can easily shut down a well-placed couple ATGM and recon units, and also because you've got forests here, you can get into Alpha Town very easily. It's not a very short run from the forest into the open field and into the town. So it really gives you a lot of great options to move and attack. Also gives you access to using these bridges up here if you dare risk to go into Foxtrot. And both sides are sort of reinforcing. Duro bringing up some AA pieces, HQ 6 runs, I believe a long range anti-plane AA, yep. Yeah, it's radar. And Duro just bringing up some CVs to capture Bravo. Now both sides now have pretty much all the points under some sort of control, either red or blue, none are neutral. That's usually the hardest part of the 1v1, is trying to balance your CV point spending to actually buying frontline units. More GRU being brought out. I wouldn't be surprised if he has like 2 cards of these GRU. In BTR-90s, BTR-90 quite nice for transport, as it does have that automatic grenade launcher. It's fast and it's got an autocannon. Everything you need for an infantry killing machine. Nothing too much is going on, and speed it up a bit more till we finally get some action. Some ATSs and TTQs moving up. Very nice at all. Red Dragon Recon tank, lots of power behind that cannon. Knock out heavy tanks with that thing. That's how bloody good it is. We've got flamethrower infantry moving in, but they are going to get intercepted by standard Spetsnaz. And as you all know, standard Spetsnaz are something to fear. So you're just mopping him up. Oh, we got stunned, Joe. Oh, it's actually not going too well for the Spetsnaz now. They're running into the fire. BTR-90 coming in for support. Same as the GRU as well. Getting some shots as they run by. That flamethrower infantry going down. And that Spetsnaz getting sniped by this ETQ. We've got bombing run from the SU-24, but it does get shot down by the AA. And oh, got some rocket artillery, probably from a, from an Ergen. He's bringing up a second Ergen. Quite a nice amount of artillery. Now does, Duro doesn't have any art. He does have a Shilka and BTR-90 covering his CV, but that's really about it. Spetsnaz GRU finally in Alpha. Contesting the uprun days. The Ergen's firing once again, just trying to clear out the forest, try to get the AA or hopefully the supply vehicle. But alas, to no avail. More flamethrower infantry being brought up, and I have to say, the choice of flamethrower infantries, I think it's a pretty good one, and they're quite cheap, especially in the transports. I believe it's just like 5-point transports, yeah. They're the 5-point runs, and they're good at clearing towns. So you can get a lot of them, and you can keep this town pretty much under your control. Nice and cost effective, and it's all about cost effectiveness in Wargame. Jurgen once again firing, is trying to get some of the infantry. It's moving up into Charlie. You've got a little bit of a push all the way down south here from day as he moves some Yukrun days through the southern forest, but they're probably going to get intercepted by the VDV-90 in a perfect spot. I mean, these guys are going to get spotted once again to the open road pretty much. Yep. And the last they do in the Spetsnaz in a very nice little ambush spot to try and get the BTR. It's going to take a couple of rockets from the napalm thing to kill it. That does do HE damage, and we do have a person into Charlie. Got a bunch of like reserve infantry, yeah, a lot of reserve infantry just flanking right through. right through Charlie. Got T-64 BVI giving some suppressing fire. And this is quite a nice heavily armed post. You've got the meat shields in the front, and you've got the heavy hitters in the back, CTQs. You've got some artillery being brought down. I guess this is mortars. Yeah, it's just some mortars. And the Ergens firing a deadly payload. These reserve infantry are very close together, and Su-24 knocks him out. KA-52 coming in to intercept, but it's getting shot up by the Shilka. He's probably going to get out. Oh, he's a bit stunned. MiG-27 doing a strafing run, but alas, it gets killed. And same with that KA-52, it also gets shot down. Very expensive losses, yeah. Like at KA-52's 150 points. In the run v run, that means an awful lot. Ergen firing runs again, just kind of using him sequentially. When the other's reloads and he shoots the other. And here comes the mortars. They're not really hitting anything. But he's gonna try. It might get the UAZ actually. Oh, very close, very close. 2 HP left. BTR-90s being brought in. Probably try and clear up the forest. And we've got some mortars onto the edge forest. Trying to get BTR-60. Reserve infantry moving it through the forest. There's more Spetsnaz, Gruit and Gizka, and a UAZ to capture Delta being brought up. And at 16 minutes, yeah, NorthTA is definitely in the lead by quite a bit, getting a very nice +1 advantage. Just because he has Delta under his control, this is the big game changer right now. But if they can neutralize Charlie, at least, he could definitely catch up. Could go either way still. The infantry and flamethrowers is getting eaten up alive. The BTR-90s with the support of the Spetsnaz. Absolute infantry killing machines. Yeah, those grenade launchers just, they do not mess around. The artillery is just constantly pounding the infantry, taking quite a nice amount of those BTR-90s out. And I think like a Spetsnaz squad as well. We've got Yokron-Dane of EDV-90 having a long-range machine gun fight. EDV slightly in the lead. Well, yeah, it does seem like Yokron-Dane would win because they do have a 38% compared to the 22% accuracy. Also, you've got a tank backing you up. And the best way to win any firefight is by having a tank back you up, or some sort of vehicle that can deal high explosive damage from a long array. Oh, Ergens, I think that both of them firing at the same time. They're not really killing all that much, I will admit. They're not panicking up the units, and or it does look pretty cool as it does come down. Su-24 coming in runs again, bombing quite a lot of that infantry. Just wiping out entire platoons off the map and one fell swoop. Got a standard cooler back here. Sort of covering the back end. Got to be to plug in any gaps. And finally, we got a day he does have Charlie neutralized at least. And that's getting him a nice +1 advantage. And just as long as he can hold on to at least the southern side of Charlie here, he should be golden. Capturing an entire forest will be quite hard as NorthTA keeps bringing in Spetsnaz, BTR-90s, and all those very high-end infantry units. But just as long as it's neutralized, it will be in the money. And he's just spamming bunts of reserve infantry up to the front line. There's no step back for him as they clear the forest. Whereas World War II PPSHs like pre-1950s equipment. That's how out of date his infantry is. But it's pretty cool seeing all those traces just fly around everywhere, but the VDVs, they're not taking that much damage. I mean, I think out of all these bullets, some of them would hit. The infantry are moving through. This is literally a Congo line again. Let's get a nice zoom in here. Slow it down a bit. It's quite cinematic. Got transport of infantry moving across the forest. If we can get to the other forest, which will be to my right, we can probably try and clear out the CV. And these infantry doing a pretty bloody good job. They slowly but surely run across the open field. This game's quite pretty when you really think about it. When you do these shots like this, a lot of nice little detail to it. And the last Charlie will almost be under Day's control. If he can just knock out that UAZ, he's only hiding behind that industrial building. He can get like, what, +3 advantage? Yeah, +3. He would definitely like get in such a huge lead if he can just capture Charlie fully. Now, does he see the CV? That's a big crest. You've got the CSL up here. Yeah, he does see it now. And I think his WZs are going to pay it a nice little visit with some 25mm autocannons. Yeah, he's going to be booking it out of there. Is the UAZ going to escape? Might just get out of there. Very close, but it is still alive, so that saves NorthTA like 110 other command points. Yeah, Duro now at +3, it's going to be gaining a whopping lead over North. But North bringing in the big guns. You got a T-72 BU being brought up. I mean, when you want a heavy tank, you get a BU. It's like the T-82's big brother on steroids. And you got some Spetsnaz VMF. He has like, yeah, NorthTA has every single, like all 3 units of Spetsnaz in his deck. Definitely trusts the Russian Special Forces, that's for sure. Now the T-64 does get knocked out. I don't know if it's BU, yeah. He should be able to clear out all these tanks. They are very lightly armoured, so he will one-shot them even with the ATGM. Just getting eyes on them, yeah, that's the problem, it's getting eyes. He's going to be remedying me out with some BRDM2s. And the mortars firing onto the point, just trying to get the supply track. Got some Legion 90s, Spetsnaz Asian's cousin, fighting against each other. The napalm rocket launchers. We've got some Spetsnaz moving from Delta into the bottom of Charlie, throwing a sort of flank around here. Might be able to spot these recon vehicles. Not kill them because it only has a napalm launcher. But just getting eyes on them will be good enough. Is the BU dead? Did he really lose a BU? Oh, I think he did. That's an awful shame. That's like 180 points or something. AKA a lot of money. But he's just gonna Ergen. Just gonna Ergen the command infantry. Is he gonna kill it, yo? No, he doesn't. He's like aiming more over here in the outlier sort of hit the Jew band. Mi-25s trying to suppress units within the underside Charlie Forest. Doing a very good job at that. Mi-25, very nice little attack helicopter. It doesn't have good ATGM, that's the one big downside of it, but for 55 points, He got a very nice anti-infantry attack helicopter. It's armoured and it has 10 HP. And it looks badass because, well, you can never go wrong with a Hind. That's in all honesty. And with 2 minutes left, this is probably going to be Duro's game. Yeah, North is trying to bring up the infantry CV to try and capture Charlie. But in the wrong minute, he's not going to do all too much. But he did do a pretty good job clearing it out of most of the Nazi stuff. It's just a little bit too late. And alas, regardless, it was a good game. So KD, yeah, Duro ended up getting quite a big advantage over North. I mean, he did kill a lot of high-end units, all those planes, the T-72BU, the KA-50, yeah, the KA-52, the Black Shark, whatever you want to call it, and a very good match from Duro. He didn't win that Delta fight early game. North, very good job with the Spetsnaz, just rushing them up. The GRU, do not mess with the Spetsnaz GRU. Fantastic little recon infantry. But yeah, just from, bloody hell, I'm losing my words here. From Duro, he didn't try and get the middle point. He completely ignored it and hit where NorthTA didn't expect it, into Charlie, and he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. He had armor backing him up, he spammed infantry to just try and clear the forest. Even though he lost a lot, he's a reserve infantry. You're meant to spam him. And overall, managed to completely capture point and win the match, so a very good job, yeah. And well, I guess that's all I have time for. It's been another RANGROO cast. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and most importantly, take it easy.